What's up, everybody? Today I thought I'd do another vacuum comparison video between these two vacuums. I'm pretty much going to call this Concept versus Elite. Right here I've got my old Hoover Concept 1, and I forget the model number offhand, but I will post the link in the description box. And then I have my old Hoover Elite 350, which I also forget the model number offhand, but it'll be in the description box. Anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and include these both in the comparison. I chose this for the Elite to compare with since it's in the same era as the Concept. The Concept is from 1988 and the Elite is from 1989 for this particular one. So I'll be going over the similarities and differences that both these vacuums have. One, they're both uprights. They're both direct air machines. They both have carpet out adjustment and both have headlights. But there are a few noticeable differences. As you can see, the Concept, it fills the bag in from the back, and the Elite fills up from the front. But both do take Type A bags. And the Concept has a feature that's called Power Surge. Is you first push the switch, it's on, and push it down and hold it. Then that's in Power Surge mode. And the Elite just has the simple on-off switch. Its switch setup is kind of strange in my opinion, because the real rocker switch is down inside the motor and it's connected to a little plastic rod that runs all the way up to here, where it's connected to this main slider switch. What I think Hoover calls this the safety switch. And you can see it makes loud clunks when it turns on and off. Anyway, let's show you how to gain access to the bag. This is how you do it on the lower end Elites. You just take off that front clip and slide this sideways to gain access to your bag. Like I said, Type A bag. And I'll go ahead and slide this thing back on. So we can put this back on one-handed. And there I can. And then for your Concept, you need access to your bag by this big zipper right here. And there's your Type A. You will notice on this it does have an air freshener and a little tablet inside here. It has completely lost its scent because it's sat in there for 29 years. I usually like to keep it off because I'm used to the vacuum smells from direct air machines. But one nice thing about the Elites over the Concepts is that they are much more lightweight compared to a Concept. That's one nice thing. People hate these Elites because of how entirely made of plastic, how much plastic components are on this thing, but that's one of the contributors to why they're so lightweight. The Concept is just a behemoth. It's not as heavy as my Kirby's are, but it's way heavier than this Elite. And all of them do have carpet height adjustment, but the Concept is actually a little different. As you can see right here, it's right here is for low/medium. Right over here is plush, and then you have a third setting for shag, which I usually like to keep it on plush since that's this carpet. The Elite does have the same 3 carpet height adjustments. And there's high, low. I like to keep it right there in the middle. And one thing you will notice on both these vacuums, both vacuums stay at whatever carpet height you leave them as, even if they're sitting in the upright position. But unfortunately, because of that, it puts a lot of stress on the bristles, on the brush roll, just from sitting there. So Hoover corrected that by letting the nozzle raise up off the floor when they're in the upright position and drop down when they're reclined. That's one thing that these older models don't have. So anyway, let's go ahead and flip them down to show you the underside. And there's their brush rolls. As you can see, this particular concept is not self-propelled. You can obviously tell from the handle on the top there. But this has what's called a quadriflex agitator. It's this nice large brush roll with replaceable brush strips, which you can't find anymore since Hoover discontinued the product. Screw you, Hoover. But anyway, they're nice. They are soft bristles, but these pieces right here at the end do double as beater bars. And I might need to grease the bearings. And the Elite's brush roll is a helix style brush roll, but it only has like one row of brush strips, which higher end Elites do come with a second row of bristles, but this is just for beater bars right now, and it works pretty good. And put these guys back up. And one thing, their motors are a little bit different. The Elite has a much smaller motor, a 5 amp, and the Concept 1 has a 6.4 amp motor. There are some variations of the Elite in the 80s era that came with a 6 amp motor. I think those were called, that one was called the Elite 600. And also it had a different style outer bag with the zipper on the side. But anyway, I'll go ahead and cut away and show you both these vacuums' cleaning performance. Alright, now I got both machines plugged in. One thing I forgot to mention that the Concept has that the Elite, none of the Elites have, is this retractable cord. Now, it isn't the longest. I think it's only about 24 feet. And the Elite cord is just a simple wraparound cord, which some higher end models I think come in at 30 feet. But anyway, also their motors, like I said, they're a bit different. The Elite has a 5 amp and the Concept has a 6.4 amp. And another thing they have in common, they're both very noisy, but upon using both, I think the Concept is louder. Let's go and run them side by side to see. There's the Elite, and here's the Concept. I'll let you be the judge of which one's louder. Alright, so now let's go ahead and show them in their cleaning performance. Now I'm just using crushed up cereal here. So first we're going to start off with the Elite. Go down here and check for agitation. Nothing behind. This one did very nice. Alright, now let's go ahead and do the Concept. left almost nothing behind. Both vacuums did an amazing job, although the concept did snowplow a bit heavier particles. But you could definitely tell how good the agitation was on the concept, because this one has the old Quadriflex agitator, and that serial was just jumping in fear because they knew they were history. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this comparison and contest between the Hoover Concept 1 and the Hoover Elite 350. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.